Good afternoon, traders. So ACI went up over 1,000% today, intraday, and let's see how we may have caught that. I took a trade on it earlier, way before that. I was already done trading before it ran up, and I actually lost money on this trade. And I just made a video about, what I'm changing in my strategy because this is happening a lot during the day. I have a lot of good trades I take during the pre-market, but then I seem to be getting squashed in the at the open. And the reason why is because I'm kind of separating the pre-market from the open a little too much. So I took a trade right here on this kind of ABCD pattern. Here's A, B, C, and then I bought for the break of this candle, but the stock never really continued. I got stopped out. And the reason why that is, it doesn't mean that it's always going to fail, but it's more likely for a trade like that to fail because it's below the pre-market high. This thing established a pre-market high way back here at 7 a.m. at $7.89. And where I was trading it, it was well below that. But then look what happened when it got back up toward the pre-market high. So there it breaks it. Now, I wouldn't buy for the break of the pre-market high because at that point it's way overextended, and your stop loss would have to be huge. But what a good entry would be, I'm not saying I would have been able to get this entry, but a good entry in hindsight would be to wait for this pullback here and then buy for the break of that level. So both those candles are the same high, which is 819. So my entry would be 820. And then I would have to, that's still a pretty big stop. I would have to make my stop the low of this candle, which is 732. So we'll just round this thing up and say it's a 90-cent stop. So I'd have to see $1.80 for this trade to work out. $1.80 above 820, which it brings it all the way to $10. Let's see if it went. So $10 is right up here. We're getting close. These are 1-minute candles. Have to write a pullback there. That'd be kind of scary. I might have weak-handed it and sold some out when it hit the 970, but look, it did, in fact, not only did it hit $10, it broke right through $10. So, would I have been strong-willed enough to hold that? Who knows? I'd have to be in the trade to tell you for sure. But the nice thing is it never came down anywhere near my stop, so it might have been reasonably easy to hold this thing. Definitely partial shares, if not all of them. And then this thing just continues higher. Crazy, crazy move. And I think it suspended a few times. Let's just look at the times here. Looking down toward the bottom. Okay, there was a suspension right here between this candle, the 1032 and 1037. So I probably would have gotten rid of the rest of my shares if I had any left at that point, because you never know when these things are going to turn around after suspension. But it did continue higher. This is mostly FOMO trading, but I mean, look at how much it drove the price up. This thing went, I would have been out around this $10 mark. It went all the way up to 38 bucks. So, but now it's been in suspension for a long time. So I don't know that I'd want to be in it anymore at this point. This went in suspension at 11:05. Here we are an hour and a half later, and some people are still sitting in this thing. These are all people that bought this thing. I mean, this is almost all buyers. There's no wicks whatsoever. So there's a good chance that this is like 100% or close to buyers. And I guarantee you whenever this thing finally resumes, it's going to start selling off. So there's going to be probably some bag holders born in this candle. But really the whole point of this video was to show you how strong the pre-market high is on these top gainers. Once it's broken, then these things have a lot of potential to take off. They're not always going to do that, so that's why you have to have a stop loss in mind when you enter and take your stop if it gets hit. But I've been losing a lot of market open trades the last couple of weeks because it's been a little bit choppier and taking longer for things to take off. And now I'm seeing, I think the main reason is because I'm not waiting for the price to break through the pre-market high before I enter. So just wanted to share that with you guys and hopefully help you catch some of these big runners like ACY. And I'll see you in the next video. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Thanks.